Hello fans, supporters, YouTube watchers, citizens, America, the world. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Rusty Shackelford, and tonight we'll be exploring more about my journey on my way to being half-ass enlightened or awake, as we like to call it. If I'm not mistaken, my last video I had you guys check out Project Paperclip, and that was in order to bring you along to the fact that the Nazis were not defeated, not in a classical sense of a defeat, as we generally understand in military terms. Basically, they were absorbed, and a lot of them were absorbed into American society. Some of them were absorbed into Russian society. Some of them absorbed into South American countries. We also happen to believe that some of them escaped to Antarctica, and we're going to talk about this in another show, but we also believe that some of those even took it one step further and built a base, or I don't think they built it. I think there was an existing base by the so-called supermen that many of the Nazis admitted helped them, and I believe they also helped them get off the planet Earth. But that's another story for another time. Don't let me get you too turned off, guys, and too far out there too fast, because believe me, it's a lot to take in. So today, what I want to bring you up to speed on, and I want you to watch, is some of my favorite stuff online. And I've got my computer over here. I'm kind of cheating. Don't believe that I'm this smart. And also, as I say on every show, don't believe me. Research this yourself. Right now, I'm on one of Amazon's pages because I wanted to tell you where you could see this. Amazon has a lot of it, but I believe you can see it free on Tubi also. So anyway, I want you to look for a couple of titles. The first one is Dark Legacy, and the second one is Dark Legacy 2. We're talking about the first one tonight, and we'll talk a bit about the second one because you can't really talk about one without the other. Anyway, Dark Legacy basically deals. You folks want to really want to know what happened to JFK and why we haven't evolved to the next level yet? Watch Dark Legacy. You can watch Oliver Stone's work, and believe me, that is awesome work. And the work that the prosecutor of the only prosecution of the Kennedy case ever. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but what a brave American. Anyway, you guys check that out, and check out how and I want you to bear in mind, there's a reason why that I asked you to look into Project Paperclip first. But it is my belief that these Nazis raised their head when Kennedy decided that he was going to try to eliminate all standing armies and support the UN, and he had basically already notified the Russians that he wanted to have a sit-down, and he wanted to discuss and disclose everything we knew about UFOs up to that time, and share basically all of our secrets. And he wanted to to teach the American people that the Russians were a people just like us. We're all people. But see, there's not any money in that for the military-industrial complex and for the Nazis that were busy infiltrating our government at the time. I mean, why build another Reich when we can just take over an existing government and run it from there? I mean, guys, think about it for a minute, and watch these movies. Learn about who Prescott Bush is. Learn about the Bush dynasty. And in 1946, Prescott Bush was a die-hard Nazi. And I'm not talking about a Nazi in Germany where they held a gun to your head, and if you answered wrong, you didn't walk out of there. I'm talking about the American Nazis. These men were rich and powerful elitists that wanted a government controlled by a dictator that they could control. And Adolf Hitler filled that bill. These men didn't support Hitler. They created and backed Hitler. These were a Nazi's Nazi. Nobody held a gun to their head. They wanted to be Nazis. And then you've also got Rockwell and people like that, Henry Ford, Walt Disney. These people were open anti-Semites and wanted to wipe the filthy Jew off the face of the earth. So they found Adolf Hitler and used Germany to try to succeed and basically taking over the world. And these men made millions of dollars from the United States and continued to make millions of dollars in the United States even after the war. So you talk about a bunch of traitors, really. I mean, these men have no moral decency whatsoever. They play by their own rules. It's just a grab, fuck everybody else. And John Kennedy tried to tell on them for it and tried to get the CIA disbanded, and they killed him for it. And if you don't believe me, go watch the documentaries that people have risked their lives to put together, and you check it out. And please, by all means, check out Dark Legacy also, because you know, there towards the end, John F. Kennedy Jr. was gaining quite a forum with his magazine, George, and had done some pretty damaging pieces on Howard Hunt and how Nixon fits into all of this, and as the Mafia says, the father earned his place at the table, killing the father, so let the son kill the son. And that's how George W., who we all know is a freaking idiot. I mean, all George W. Bush ever cared about was getting drunk and where's the rest of the cocaine. So suddenly he is president, That makes no sense whatsoever. Also look into how him and his father lost countless elections. I mean, people just didn't like the Bushes. They can see right through them. I mean, look at them, those beady little eyes. You can tell they're a bunch of liars and elitists. But you don't have to believe me. Look it up, guys. Don't take my word for it. Please, look this stuff up. Watch those 2 documentaries. They're very important in opening your eyes up to what's really going on out there. Because once Kennedy was out of the way, there hasn't been a sitting president since Kennedy that was not controlled. Ever since Kennedy, since Lyndon Johnson took over, your Republican candidate and your Democratic candidate, they're both crooks. What we have here is called a 2-party dictatorship. It doesn't matter who wins. There's only 2 parties, and there's enough money to own them both. What we really need in America is to get rid of the Electoral College. We need to burn down the Federal Reserve, and the CIA and the FBI. There is way too much secret testing, unauthorized use of force, and deniability. Words like what is it they call it when the president is kept out of the loop to protect him? Something deniability, but yeah, they got all this shady shit going on, and there shouldn't be nothing shady about government. I can't remember. I think it was one of the Kennedys said that that where secrecy is where you'll find corruption. So what we need is a transparent government. And we need a government that is afraid of the people instead of the other way around. A people should never fear its government, and it's come to that point. I don't know about y'all, but the government scares the hell out of me. And if they don't scare the hell out of you, you better start paying a little closer attention, because they will kill you. There's been too many of these. They've perfected the assassination of the suicide assassination, and it happens to countless. I'm not talking 10 or 20. I'm not even talking 100 or 2. Our government has murdered in the thousands of people. Wake up, folks. See what's going on. Don't let them use you to carry out this agenda. We don't have much time left. Please, folks, go out and do the research and what little spare time you have. I know they've got it set up so that all you have time to worry about is your family and work it and trying to drag in just barely enough money to survive. But that's what they want. That's why I'm trying to dedicate my time into breaking some of this down and letting you guys know what to watch, and what's, in my opinion, just plain propaganda. So please, guys, check out Dark Legacy 1 and Dark Legacy 2, and on my next one, I think I want to talk about, if you want to do a little, for those of you that like to read ahead a little bit, go ahead and check out the one that I want to talk about next, or real soon, and that is The Survivor's Guide to Prison. That's got that's by Danny Trejo. Susan Sarandon's in it. Both of the Arquettes. Some very famous people got together. Some very famous people who have been caught up in some very unfortunate circumstances got together and put this video out so that we can see what's really going on. Rarely ever do I find a video that encompasses the big picture, I mean, from beginning to end. But that's one of them, and we're going to talk about it coming real soon. In the meantime, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and go watch those movies right now. Y'all come go with us now.